Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a first of its kind, episode 1 of the Drewfam Sports Rewind Show. Today, on the first topic, first off, let's put the schedule right here. But for the first topic is called the Comeback Tour. I'm talking about Skyline. That's right. Now, the Comeback Tour, specifically on football, focuses on this year, but in order to really talk about it, we got to go to the summer. During the summer, we got a quarterback and a fullback. Number 1 and number 44. Xavier Kachi, number 1, is the quarterback. Max Kachi, number 44. He is the fullback. These two are elite. Now, Skyline has been struggling for quite some time, but I really did think these guys could turn things around. Now to the season. Everybody was wondering when school was going to start up, how is Skyline football going to do this year? First off, we got a new head coach. It's Marcus Miley. This is his second year. And with a new quarterback and a new fullback, things should start popping immediately. Now, on game 1 against Stansbury, Skyline loses 26-23. But I know that this was a big improvement. Xavier Kachi can run everywhere. He's so good at what he does and can throw crazy bombs. And then Max, he'll bulldoze you. He'll do the same thing. He'll run all over you. And we also got a lot of good players that have already been here, like Will Black, Alex Brown, Elijah Brown, and Ammon. Now, Skyline, the next game, did end up playing Westfield, which was farther away, but didn't seem too hard of a matchup. Now, Skyline did end up losing that game, which kind of disappointing. But we did end up putting a good number of points. We scored like 37 points and lost 42-37. It was a really good battle. And, I was down thinking, okay, this isn't good. We got a hard matchup next week. We'll get to that later. But my dad was telling me we're putting up more points than we ever have in most of these games. Now, this next matchup, the Battle of the Rock, has been played for many years, and not a lot of people know about it, but for those who do, it's very intense. Skyline versus Olympus. Olympus has dominated the rivalry for a long time. I still remember getting on my computer during that week, Rock Week, and searching up highlights from 2017 where, what's his name? Tommy McGrath was the quarterback. And we won that game 42-39 or something like that. But this game, I'm coming in wondering, we're on a 2-game losing streak. Can we pull it together? Can we beat the Titans? And when I go to that game, sure enough, I go to the game and student section, all black. We're wearing gold helmets, black jersey, black pants, all with gold numbers, nameplates, and trim. Against green and gray. Their student section is green, the Ozone. Ours is the Nest. Go Eagles. And then, we score first with a pass to Sione Tapua for a 7-0 lead. Then, Olympus answers back and ties the game 7-7. Then they kick a field goal to be up 9-7 in the fourth. And then we throw a 60-yard bomb in the end zone, which was really good. really good. And we ended up being in the lead late in the fourth, 14-7. And, Skylines just started to, not care towards the end. Like, we were going to need the ball. And somehow Olympus got the ball back, and they were at the 50-yard line. So what stood between Skyline winning and another year of losing was Olympus's quarterback. Luckily, he threw a Hail Mary interception, which was amazing. I rushed the field that game. Couldn't be more happier, right? So that's good. That's really, really good. And then we get the rock. It's painted blue. It's awesome. It's shaped like a football. After a long drought, I still remember, again, watching those games back in 2017. And my oldest sister was a freshman. A freshman. So, that just goes to show the intensity and how long that thing has been going on. But I've been through it through thick and thin. I know a lot of the guys on the team. After that game, we played Juan Diego, destroyed them. And a couple more games. End up going 6-2 in the season. Really good. And then our final game is against Highland for region title. And this is senior night, so final game at home, I should have said. But Skyline is definitely favored in this one. 6-2, Highlands on a 4-game win streak, and region championship hasn't been heard in the mouth of any Skyline student, player, staff, you name it, for 20 years. So everybody's hyped up about this game, but we end up losing. So, that was kind of sad, but it just wasn't our night that game. We lost 24-7. But then we end up taking all that anger and taking it to Murray like crazy. They had no business playing that game in their home stands. So we beat them, and now, just a couple days ago, we are now in the playoffs, which is amazing. So, hopefully Skyline, which we will play Tooele at home, can beat them. My prediction on that, if Skyline plays our cards right and plays assignment sound football, we'll win that game. It might be close, it might not. I have no idea what Tooele's skill set is. But hopefully, we can pull that off. And who knows, maybe play at Rice-Eccles Stadium later on. And that's it for the first segment. And now, on to the next. Yep, that's right, boys. It's Cougar time. So, to start off this segment, we've had a lot going on these past couple days. But let's start in the summer. No quarterback. Jake Retzloff, a lot of people already know what happened with him, so I'm not going to get into that. But we end up securing Bear Bachmeyer from Stanford, who I'm still trying to figure out to this day is related to a dump truck or a bulldozer, because he's insane that way. Anyways, though, BYU plays their first game against Portland State. We beat them 69-0, which is, it's good. But I felt like it was kind of like returning back to math class after summer. You have no idea what you're doing. That's how the defense kind of was. And then the next game, I think was Stanford. We beat them really good. And that was, against Bear Bachmeyer's former team, as I mentioned earlier. And then the next part, we beat East Carolina. Now, that was good. They have not beaten ECU in a long time. We were under what's called the Curse of the Black Pearl. But we beat them. So 34-10 was the final in that one in Carolina. It was mainly royal blue at the end of that game. No ECU fans were left in the stadium. Then the schedule not in order. We played I think it was Colorado next. So that was a big one. We ended up beating them, and that was good because Colorado wanted revenge after the Alamo Bowl loss, but we didn't hand it to them. We came from behind at Folsom Field and beat them, and then West Virginia was a good game. Of course, BYU's got some things they gotta clean up, but then the next game at Arizona. Now, Arizona is a good team this year. It was one of the highly anticipated matchups of the week, and BYU ended up going up 14-0 in the first quarter. Then there's a long rain delay, and BYU did nothing during the rain delay except sit down and just chat, which is good, talk to people. And then came out, gave up 17 points. And then Bear Bachmeier did his thing, ran in twice to tie the game 24-24. And then in overtime, we are held to a field goal for the first overtime to tie it up 27-27. And then Bear Bachmeier runs it in again. And touchdown. 33-27. Now all that's left, BYU, can you play defense? And we do. They throw to our top defender, number 0. I forgot his name. But throws to them, and he just does not do well. Lose that game for Arizona. BYU ends up winning 33-27. Now the next game is a big one. It's the Holy War. BYU in 2021 beat Utah. And in 2024 just barely beat Utah. It was 26-17 in the first one, 22-21 in the second one. And this game I went to. It was amazing. The atmosphere was insane. BYU was put as underdogs by ESPN, but we didn't let that happen. So we go into that game. We draw blood first on a pass to Chase Roberts. Then Utah strikes back. Then BYU and Utah go on a defensive stalemate. Bear Bachmeier did some crazy stuff. BYU hits a field goal, and I think at the half it was 10-7. Then Utah scored, being what was it? 14-7. But we quickly answer by going down the field, passing it to Parker Kingston to run it in. Then later on, Bear Bachmeier runs in from the 20-yard line, pushes people over. They do not want to mess with him. And he scores that touchdown. Really good stuff from Bear Bachmeier. And then, we should have won that game by a larger margin because all we needed to do was kick a field goal at one point, but we just didn't. And missed on fourth down on a pass to Chase Roberts that was incomplete. So then Utah went down to score, and then they did an onside. They touched it early, so BYU got the ball to knee it. It was awesome. I rushed the field. Love it. Go Cougs. And then now for the matchup preview. We got a tough one in Ames, Iowa against Iowa State, then followed by Texas Tech. That is going to be a big one. So I think if BYU can play their cards right, really, and maybe with a bit of luck on their side, but these two teams are really good. They are at the top of the Big 12, so hopefully we can beat them. And then after that, we play TCU, which that's the only one I can give a definitive yes on. I think, under the lights in Provo yet again. Blue and blue versus purple and purple. Best uniform matchup that week, probably. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, Drewfam out.